Hi everybody. I want to read this book to you today. It's called The Forever Garden by Laurel Snyder and Samantha Cotterill. I chose this book because it's about a little girl and her neighbor, the lady who lives next door to her house. And this is a really good time, if you don't already, to be getting to know your neighbors. Especially if they're older, especially if they might need some help. Maybe that's something that you can do. You can find out what they might need and help them out, and make friends with your neighbors, just like the girl in this story. The Forever Garden. In sunshine and shower, in darkness and wind, Honey tends her garden. Honey's knees are always muddy. Sometimes, when it's cold outside, she tucks her garden in. Shh. When the lettuces are small and new, Honey thins them back. Her scissors say, schnick, schnick. And the peas climb up. Honey pulls her beets from the ground with a shout that scares the chickens. Ha ha! Honey sings to the kale. She says it sings back, but I can't hear it. Not even when I listen real close. I hang on the fence in the mornings. Honey feeds me tiny carrots washed under the pump. Yellow tomatoes the size of marbles. They taste like sunshine. When it rains, I watch from the window. Sometimes Mom sends me to Honey for an egg to bake with. Honey's eggs are pink and green, smooth and speckled. The chickens get mad. They scatter. Cluck, cluck. Presto, says Honey as she slips an egg into my hand. The egg is still warm. Each Friday night, I ask Honey to dinner. She brings bouquets of funny things. Squash blossoms, rosemary, raspberries on a prickle branch. Nothing matches, but everything fits. And the table smells like a meadow. On nice nights, Honey eats in her garden. Beans and salad, a jug of water from the pump, tinkling cold. When the fireflies come out, I go over for dessert. Honey always has a cookie. I have 2 or 3. But one day, there's a sign in Honey's yard. Angry letters shout, "For sale." What's up, I ask. Honey peers at the sky. Rain, maybe? No, I mean, are you moving? Honey stares at the garden. Yes, she says. My mother is sick. She needs me. Oh, I say. I'm sorry. Me too, says Honey. I kneel down. My knees get muddy, just like Honey's. The next day, I lie under the sunflowers and watch Honey plant strawberries. Chickens doze, a bee buzzes. You know, there might be wasps where you're moving to, I warn her. Or tornadoes. Honey turns to me and smiles. I'll miss you too, she says. I touch a strawberry leaf, dark and glossy. It trembles. We walk to the porch for a cool glass of water. When will the berries be ready, I ask. Next summer, says Honey. But then you won't be here to eat them, I say. Honey takes off her gloves. Nope, she says, but someone will. That's not fair, I say. It's your garden. This garden isn't really mine, says Honey. It belongs to everyone. But you did all the work, I say. Honey shakes her head. I didn't plant the grapes. I only ate them. Well, then who did? I ask. Honey shrugs. No way to know, but that's just fine. The new folks will enjoy these strawberries the way I enjoyed the grapes. And if they add something, the garden will keep going, maybe forever. The next day, I ask to plant a tree. Apples are my favorite. We dig and dig. I get blisters. But when we're finished, Honey says the tree will last a long, long time. Like a person, she tells me, but with flowers. I make a sign so people will know. It says Honey and Laurel's tree. Then after that, Mom has to remember to buy eggs at the store. They aren't speckled at all, and nobody eats in the garden. But one day, there are new people at Honey's. Lots of people. Little people. They don't seem to know anything about gardens, so I help. Each day I slip over the fence to check on things. We weed the rows. I say hi to my tree. Sometimes I sing to the kale. And you know what? When the world is very quiet, if I close my eyes, I can almost hear it sing back. That story makes me think about my garden and all the things that I'm working on planting right now. I've been putting some peas in the ground, and I've also been getting my tomato starts going and my broccoli starts going here at home. I wonder what you're planting in your gardens. Maybe send me a message or a picture and show me and tell me about what you're doing if you have a garden at your house. And if you liked that story, feel free to watch me read it again. See you soon.